We have this good guy syndrome problem in sports. We've talked about this before, right? Tim Tebow. Oh man, we're dying for him to succeed. We're all dying because we love Tim Tebow because he's such a great human being. So it's hard to root against the guy. You can't hate Tim Tebow. I think it's against the law. I think in America, I think Congress passed that law that's like it's really. I think it's illegal to hate Tim Tebow. So we all root for him because he's so lovable. The guy's building hospitals and, circumcising kids in the Philippines, and he's he's stopping a seizure in the middle of a baseball game from some guy that's having a seizure. I mean, the guy is he's brought from above. We know it. We know Tim Tebow is some kind of an angel that's walking around us, but he still can't play football at the NFL level, my brother. Okay? And he can't play baseball at the major league level. And we can try all we want, but it ain't going to happen. And Ryan Tannehill is a fantastic young man. One of the guys quarterback. And Teddy Bridgewater will never be a franchise quarterback. He's just a guy. And with that offense, in 5 weeks, that guy threw 9 touchdowns. You do the math. That's not even 2 touchdowns a week. He won because he's got a great coach. He called a great game for him. Got a defense and a running game that supported him, that they all elevated their game, but they didn't have a difference maker back there. Teddy's not a difference maker, never has been, never will be. Okay? Nice kid. Phenomenal young man. A jag at quarterback. Okay? Just like Ryan Tannehill, a jag at quarterback. They're nice guys, but Jags. Teddy Bridgewater, 2014 with Minnesota. 64.4 completion percentage, which is solid. 14 touchdowns, 12 interceptions in 12 games. That's barely a touchdown a game, over a touchdown a game. 16 games his second year in Minnesota. He threw for 14 touchdowns, the same he did in 12 with 9 interceptions. You get what I'm saying? And they have weapons. They have a line, they have running game, they have everything there in Minnesota. But he's not a difference maker. He's a game manager. That's what he is. Now, some of you out there tienen la paja mental. Your mental masturbation because he's a local kid, because you have this thing, because you like him, and because he's a Miami kid and all that. And Ryan
He beat
Tannehill,
up the Canes 2 times.
Ryan Tannehill, he's a nice guy and all that. And Josh Allen, he's a nice guy. Can't dance, but he's a nice guy. And Lamar Jackson, nice kid. They're all Jags. They're all Jags. And Lamar only has on those guys his athleticism with his legs. That's it. But none of those guys are franchise. And when you talk about Teddy, they already have a quarterback in Miami. So why would you sign Teddy Bridgewater? That's stupid. Take a cap hit for cutting Fitz to sign a more expensive quarterback to take up more cap space? I could tell Mark Spears is not a GM. See, again, it's so easy for people to just, hey, go ahead and draft Tua. Yeah, dude, you don't have to put up with the hip injury. I love all these people. Well, no, he checked out with the medicals. He's fine now. What does that mean he's fine? When they repaired the first ankle, he was fine after that and injured the other ankle. And then he got injured after that. And he injured his knee, and then he injured his hip. What does that mean? Oh, but all these idiots that are like, no, draft Tua, go ahead. No, trade up for Tua. That's the best one. No, trade up for 3 for Tua. And then when Tua busts his hip and he's lying on the floor and they got to carry his ass off the field, all those idiots that said, trade up and draft him, you know what they're going to say? All those Dolphins are morons. They took an injury-prone quarterback. You know why? Because they're not the ones taking the chance. Son, your ego's writing checks your body can't cash. That's what I hear from a bunch of talking heads. Nobody sits there in reality. Nobody talks that if you draft Tua, you got to sit on him for 2 years to find out. So you got to wait for 2 years to find out if you made a mistake. And Marcus Spears, no, sign Bridgewater. Well, dude, do you know they have a quarterback already? They take some kind of a cap hit if they cut him, small one, and then they got to pay more for the other. Do you know all of this? And I get it, Miami has cap space to spare, but why should you throw it away too? I don't get it. Why am I going to throw it away? I'm going to pay $20 million to $30 million for Teddy Bridgewater? Oh, why? Because he's a beautiful young man? Because you want him to marry your daughter? Because he's a Miami kid? Because he went to, what was it? It was a Northwestern, right? Did he go to Northwestern? Is this all, is this what we're talking about? That's what this love affair is? Or do we do things because they're the right things to do and they're the responsible things to do? Like, don't sign Teddy Bridgewater because he's not an option. Oh, and by the way, he's not better than Fitzpatrick. I hate to tell you this, Marcus Spears, he's not better than Fitzpatrick. Those key runs that Fitz had all throughout the season, Teddy can't make one of them. And Teddy's little fragile ass goes out there in the open field, they'll break him in half. Come on, man. We got to stop, bro. We got to stop with this love affair. All right, you guys, some of you, you got to separate the two things. Just because he's a great guy doesn't mean he's a great quarterback. Wow. Just saying.
Says Miami Northwestern, man. You were right on the money.
Okay, there we go. I don't know. I don't remember everything. My brain gets fried sometimes here, trying to remember everything at 53.
You know, he was highly recruited and all that. He was supposed to go to Miami. We know he went to Louisville.
He's a great college quarterback.
I mean, I think that's what a lot of people are connecting. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, you're talking about NFL to high school to college. Come on.
My brother, I went through it with Ken Dorsey.
Oh, yeah.
You have no idea how Dolphins and Canes fans went after me that draft year because I told him Ken Dorsey can't play in the NFL. But no, he's such a great young man. He led us to the championship. He should have won a second one. He's phenomenal. He's super smart. Doesn't have an arm for the NFL. No, but I mean, the hate I got, bro. Oh, you're a hater. Oh, you're just wrong. Oh, why you do this to Ken Dorsey? He's a Miami guy. Bro, it's not Miami. It's not that he's a nice kid.
That's being a homer.
I'm just being objective about it. Just take a step back and look at it. Please don't talk to me about Teddy and tell me that he's an answer to anything at the NFL level, because he's not. He never will be. I got this one idiot that sends me texts on the accidentlawfirm.com text line. He sends me texts when I was at 1210. He sends me texts for years at QAMP. He's in love with Ryan Tannehill. And he sent me another one last night. Hey, you keep embarrassing yourself talking about Ryan like he's just a guy or whatever. I'm like, dude, you're embarrassing yourself for believing he's a franchise guy. Because every time a franchise moment comes up, he fails. But go ahead and keep believing it. Why? Because Ryan Tannehill is such a nice guy. This nice guy syndrome, man, you guys got to drop it, bro. Some of you out there, you got to just lose it. And by the way, 99.999999999% of all those Ken Dorsey guys or women never reach back to me to say, you know, dude, I ripped you. I called you an idiot. I called you a hater. But you were right. You know, none of them. I don't even know if I got one. I just say 999 because maybe one slipped through the cracks over the years that were like, whatever. But I got so much hate. Canes fans all over were like, oh, I can't believe you're going against the Cane.
Oh, you know, there's another one, Steve
dude,
Walsh, man.
dude,
Steve Walsh, the same idea.
My favorite quarterback.
Yes, number 4, baby.
My favorite quarterback of all time.
Never lost the
game. For the
game.
University of Miami is Steve Walsh, and I'm the first guy to tell you that. And he made it to the playoffs with an NFL team. He took the Bears to the playoffs.
Went 8-0 when he started.
Right. Okay? And he still didn't really have the arm for long term. It was just, things go well for you one year. Everything falls into place. Ryan Tannehill, and things go well for you. But it's not because you're this ultimate difference maker, because you're not. You got to have a certain skill set. And when I saw that with Marcus Spears today, I was like, come on, dude.